The first thing that you need to do is to make sure you get yourself to as safe place as you can. Find yourself a competent attorney who practices in personal injury and will understand some of the things that you're going through. And as I tell people, for 33 years I've been doing this. I've had my own accident. So I would like to be one of those individuals that they would interview so I can at least try to find out how I can best help them myself.
From the heart of VA where the truth don't sleep. AK and Cruz bringing talk that's deep. It's real, raw, no sugarcoat feast. Broadcast live with the beast of the east. Topics that hit from the block to the booth. No fluff, just fire and a dose of the truth. Cruising, radio 1028. Tune in and vibe, don't be late. Let's talk Tuesday, come and ride the wave. AK and Cruz got the words to say. From 7:30 to 9:30 we go strong. Keep it Richmond real all night long. Let's talk Tuesday where the people speak. Cruising radio, we bring the heat. So lock in, lean back, get in your zone. AK and Cruz, the mic step on. Politics, love, what's hot in the street. Culture, the grind, what makes us complete. Voices of the people, Richmond pride. AK drops gems, Cruz rise the vibe. It's not just a show, it's a movement real tight. Breaking down the noise, shedding truth and light. So every Tuesday night, don't miss the beat. Cruz Inc.'s live in the combos elite. Keep it real, keep it live. Voices rise, we testify. Keep it true, through and through. AK and Cruz, they talk for you. Yeah. Yeah, let's talk Tuesday, come and ride the wave. AK Cruz got the words to say. From 7:30 to 9:30 we go strong. Keep it Richmond real all night long. Let's talk Tuesday where the people speak. Cruising radio, we bring the heat. So lock in, lean back, get in your zone. AK Cruz, the mic stay strong. Keep it real, keep it live. Voices rise, we testify. Keep it true, through and through. AK and Cruz, they talk for you. Let's talk Tuesday, come and ride the wave. AK and Cruz got the words to say. From 7:30 to 9:30 we go strong. Keep it Richmond real all night long. Let's talk Tuesday where the people speak. Cruising radio, we bring the heat. So lock in, lean back, get in your zone. AK and Cruz, the mic step strong.
And good evening, everybody. It's your boy Cruz, Beats from the East with Cruz Inc. Radio 102.8 and Let's Talk Tuesday Live. And I got my girl here with me, Miss Lisa Colt Damn Art, in the house with us tonight. And joining us would be, of course, AK. And we got just a number of different things that we're going to be talking about tonight. But before we get started, you always have to let you know and say we really appreciate our sponsor, the G Law Firm. As you heard Donald G say just a few minutes ago, that was involved in an accident and he knows exactly how the attorneys and how the adjusters are going to come at you. And what I'm finding, Lisa, is that a lot of people are settling too early. Their case can be sometimes worth a lot more, but they're trying to get that quick settlement. And it could be sometimes months after an accident, you're still hurting, you're gonna settle, and once you settle, you're responsible for your own doctor bills. And so, at least give the G Law Firm a chance to I'll talk with you. You can do a free consultation. You go to glawfirm.com. And I always say that. No, I say it every week. Y'all get tired of it. But if you've been injured and it's no fault of your own, then you need to call the G Law Firm because they're relentless, they're reliable, and they have a great reputation. So don't mess around and try to settle yourself or get one of these law firms. All they want to do is just reach quota. Go with a law firm that's going to care about you during and after your injuries and your accident. All right. So they're your personal injury attorneys. Give them a call 804-226-4111. 804-226-4111. Let them know that you heard us on heard I heard this rather on Let's Talk Tuesday. Welcome, AK. How you
Hey,
doing?
hey,
We up in this camp.
we here.
And we got Lisa Coach there, man, with us tonight. So this is, I believe, going to be a good conversation, and we're going to get right into it because, you know, I heard something on another station. I'm not going to mention, that station or the show I was listening to, but there were two young ladies that were having a conversation, and one young lady was the biological mother, and the other young lady was the girlfriend or fiance. And so the biological mother approached the girlfriend slash fiance and say, "Look, let's get this straight.
Hmm.
I heard that you disciplined my child, and we ain't having that. And I don't care what you and my ex got going on. First of all, he didn't talk about you disciplining my child. So, and the woman said, well, your child was being disrespectful. And the biological mom said, well, I don't believe my child was being disrespectful, but even if my child was, you don't put your hands on my child. And so that's our topic tonight is don't spank my child. Who can spank your child? If anybody can spank your child. So, you ladies, I'm gonna start with you all tonight. You're
Hmm.
dating a man, and he has, some kids, and they get a little rambunctious. They're in your house, they run around like banshees, and they run all through the kitchen, just everything, and they mess around and they break this expensive vase. You just grin and bear it, or you tear that butt up.
I don't know if I'll beat them because they broke the vase.
Okay.
They probably gonna get yanked in that corner, choked up. If they coming out their mouth crazy, you think you can cuss at me. You roll up on me thinking like you gonna do something. You probably gonna get jacked up in a corner. I don't care what your mama said, or your mama can come get you
Mm.
because you're not coming over here. And such if I have kids, and now my kids don't do that,
Hmm.
and I let you get away with it, and your daddy not here yet. Now, if your daddy was here, I'm going to get your daddy.
Okay.
I'm probably going to go get your daddy and say, you better get your child before you really get jacked the hell up. But if your daddy is not here and you're under my care and under my watch, oh, you're going to get jacked. I'm probably not going to do anything about a broken vase other
So,
than your mama going to have to pay for it.
okay.
I'm not going to do anything to a child. But he's going to have to be like a total disrespect. So you're saying this kid's not living with us. This kid just coming to visit.
Right.
I don't care who child it is that's coming to visit my house.
Hmm.
And if you're going to come in my house and say or do what you want to do, and my other children are there listening to it, knowing they can't get away with this, oh, something going to get said. I may not jack your child up on every little thing, but you're not going to come up in this house and thinking you're going to disrespect anything. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So if you had a problem, don't tell your mama. We going to have a talk with her too.
You got that look on your face.
I don't get it.
Well,
What
you said
conversation?
it's a hypothetical.
Yeah. This is hypothetical, everybody. But some of y'all going through it for real, for real.
Yeah, they going through it.
You know.
Personally, for me, when my kids was growing up, I didn't watch nobody kids but family.
Okay.
I didn't watch other people's kids because I know me.
Mm-hmm.
I know what I didn't tolerate from my kids, and if you come and do what I don't tolerate from my kids, yeah, I'm gonna lay my hands on you. You don't want me touching you, so don't bring your kids over here.
All
Pretty
right.
much.
That's just me. I
It's
mean,
really simple.
regardless, girlfriend, baby mom, whatever. I mean, that's why I just it's got to be family, cause family understands me and they know what my rules are and tolerate me. I just even hypothetically, I couldn't do
But
it.
sometimes you may have sisters, cousins, whoever, and you're watching somebody else's kid. They still may act the same way. Don't you touch my child.
And I
They come
have
get
run
your
into
little
them.
hellion child and take them home.
I have run into family members like that, and I took them back to their mama house, dropped them the hell off. And if their mama there wasn't home, tell them I'm sitting outside. You better get over here and get them, cause I'm gonna pull off. So that's why as I said, I just didn't. I only watch family and people who were like family that grew up with me, their kids. I would never watch, acquaintances' kids because of that situation. Don't touch my child. But teach them some manners.
Now for the flip this. All right. You ladies are dating or either. Well, yeah, we'll go dating right now. We won't get to the married part. We'll say the married part in a minute. You all are dating a man, and you have kids or a child, and would you allow that man? He only at boyfriend status right now. He ain't even at fiance status. Discipline your child in terms of, not just we talking about spanking, physically discipline your child.
What did he do? Because he had to have done something. What did he do to go that far?
Oh, in order for him to want to discipline, um, maybe he, child was broke away and ran out into the street, and he grabbed him. Child didn't get hit, but he was pissed because he broke away from him.
I don't know if you should spank your child for that.
Running in the street.
Yeah, you may need to sit there and to talk about how serious this may be, but I don't know what good they're going to do by spanking him because he ran in that street. I that don't merit a spanking to me. What merits a spanking to me is some child saying, "Bitch, you ain't my mama." Okay, you will get your tail toe all the way up. If a child come and approach me like they act like they're going to do something, oh, you will get your in the corner. But breaking stuff, you ran in the street. I mean, I don't know if I'm just gonna try. I'm not gonna spank a kid for running in the street. It's probably gonna scare me, and I'm probably gonna sit you there and say, "Look, let me tell you what we can't do because this could have been."
But all right, you're not there, and he felt that that was an action that warranted a spanking.
I just don't
And
know how.
he didn't talk to you about this. He just spanked your child. Do you have an issue with that, or you feel that he was within reason? Don't worry, I'll come back to you, Lisa. I see you. I see the wheels turning.
I don't think because technically, I mean, you probably already scared the child enough when you holler and think about that street. You probably already scared the child to death as it is. I don't think it merits a spanking. But you're telling me so if it doesn't merit a spanking in my head, the dude spanked the kid anyway.
Right. He disciplined your child. You weren't there. Child come home said, Rodney, whooped me.
I don't know. Because at the point, I mean, what can you do? The spanking is already taking place. He got his tail toe up. I bet you won't run in that street no more. I don't know. I bet you won't take the little tail in that street no more after that. Because sometimes when a man spank a kid, it's a different feeling when a mama spank a kid.
Okay.
And sometimes those dudes, when they spank their child, it's another whole effect to me.
Okay.
Because we're more than nurturing, and I ain't got a chick or child, by the way. But I'm just saying, moms are more nurturing, so they have a tendency to let sit there and talk. But I'm telling you, the only way I'm jacking up somebody's child. You come out your mouth crazy if you want to. And my kids don't talk to me that way. Oh, you gonna get towed all the way to hell up. I don't care who child is it. You gonna get towed all the way to hell up.
and the boyfriend, or is there a problem with everybody, the child and the boyfriend, or you like, mm, I'm gonna let this one go, yeah,
For me personally, if he's been around a long time and he knows how my kid's supposed to behave and act, whether I'm there with them or not,
mm,
he has the right to discipline them.
okay,
Because I've dated and they didn't discipline my kids and they were in their care, but they waited till I got home and you run into the door like you wanted my children to tell on them to tell me, but you the adult in the situation. So my reaction was, what do you expect me to do? I wasn't here. You see what I'm saying? So
okay,
you had the right to handle it. I knew and I trusted you. I knew you wasn't gonna hurt them. You see what I'm saying? So
mm,
that's my perspective on it. I knew you wasn't gonna hurt them, but you could have went ahead. We had that understanding. You could have went ahead and disciplined them. I'm not saying put your hands on them or anything, but you know, tell them to sit in their room, wait for your mama to get home. You know what I'm saying? Take away some privileges or whatever they like to do until I got home. And then you could have called me and let
All
me know.
depends on what they did.
now you mentioned something, you say y'all had an understanding,
Yes.
so that means that there was a
Conversation.
conversation
Exactly.
prior
Mhm.
to and going into the relationship. You know, hey, I got kids. These are the boundaries.
Because we were together and we were together as, like a unit.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So they had to respect him and vice versa. But they had to respect him for the simple fact that he's an adult.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He respected them as kids and I trusted him being around them
Mhm.
for in order for me to leave them with him because I had girls. I'm very particular about leaving my children with, especially any man,
Okay.
because of how the world is and society is.
Mhm,
You see what I'm
mhm.
saying?
Mhm.
So I had to have that trust,
Yeah.
to have them stay with the guy.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because if it would have went the wrong way, like I said, you know how society is. You got pedophiles, molesters, and stuff like that. I'm gonna kill for my kids.
All right then.
I'm gonna kill for them. I may have been 50 feet up under the jail, but you you touch my children.
Right. Okay.
Well, it all
Now
depends on what they do.
I got two
All
scenarios here.
depends. Oh, you got nothing.
Well, this one is actually not a scenario. It's true life for me. Um, uh, One of my exes that I have a child with had remarried,
Mm-hmm.
and my son was staying with her, and I call him the bonus dad. We
Okay.
bonus moms and bonus dads now.
So did you get along with this guy?
Yeah, for the most part,
Oh, okay.
we didn't have any. We very rarely saw each other, and so my son was acting out, and he told him that he didn't want to stay there no more. Just he was just really, I think he was about 14, 15 then, and so he called me. He said, "I want to let you know your son over here." He said that he ain't following my rules anymore, and I told him, well, you're gonna follow these rules or else. He's like, well, I call my dad. I go stay with my dad, and he called me. I said, well, put my son on the phone, and I told him, I said, what's your problem? I said, is he abusing you? No, sir. Is I just went down and asked him
Right.
a lot of different things.
Right.
He's like, no, sir. I said, well, um, is he feeding? Yes, sir. He clothing? Yes, sir. You got a room? Yes, sir. I said, is that not his and your mom's house? Yes, sir. I said, well, he has his rules over there.
Hmm.
And if you can't follow his rules, that's a problem. I said, but now if you want to come over here, you welcome to come over here.
Mm-hmm.
But just understand this: the same rules that are over there will apply over here
Right.
too.
Right. Right.
You're not gonna. I'm saying you're not gonna play him against me and me against him. I said he called me. We're two adult men. We talked about this. I trust his judgment that you all are fine. He's not abusing you. So I tell you what you better do. You better get your little butt over there somewhere and behave, because if not, I will pay you a visit, and you're not gonna like that visit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I never had another issue out of that song
Mm-hmm.
at all. Now, my other situation is, of course, uh, my wife has a son. I came into his life when he was, like 12.
Okay.
And I never, ever, even when I was dating somebody else and they had kids, I've never put my hands on anybody else's children. I will look at them. Now, if it's look, child run around doing something, you go that, that type of thing, and you give the baby,
Right.
And this just kind of me at drawing some lines or whatever. But I think there has to be communications from the beginning with all parties
Mhm.
involved when it comes to disciplining, somebody else's children. And I'm first of all, I'm gonna say if I'm dating you and your little banshee running around, like you better get your kids, get it.
Yeah, if both people are there.
Right.
Yeah. But if you leave your kid with me, it's a different story. Just like how we grew up. If you got beat by the neighbor, you most likely got another beating when you go to your ass home. Period. Nothing was said. And nobody went over to that parent or that other mom and did anything. I don't care who house you was in growing up, how we grew up. And I want to hear about this new day, new age, new way. That's why these little, what you say, banshees run around acting the way they acted.
Yep.
They're out here just, drinking this different kind of water because the parents are letting them drink different kind of water. Because you in the house, a lot of you are in the house. If I'm talking about you and then I'm talking about you, that's acting like the damn child.
You're trying to be their friend.
You want to
There
be
you
a
go.
friend and not a
And
parent.
I'm
I didn't
still
have
not
friends
my
growing
mom's-
up.
I'm
We
still
had
not my
parents
mom's friend.
growing up.
Right.
And there was things we couldn't do in that house, and we better not do in the next house. Because
Yep.
if you got your toe up down the road, you're going to get another beating when you get in the house. Period.
Yeah.
And my mama never called and say, what you do to my child? My mama ain't never at all. You got a phone call and you got a beating. Got another one when we got home. Period.
Yep. I mean, again, our coaches, we had one principal. He had a board. He called the Board of Education. If we were caught out in the hall or something like that, we got paddled. And you didn't have again a lot of the foolishness that you see going on now. And I know I'm not gonna call any names because I'll uh, oh.
You can't see this.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, look, ain't none of us got glasses on out here today. I don't know where my glasses
So
are. Just tap it. It's gonna pop up.
all right. Let's see. Darnell Spicer, A Man AK, Paula Clark. Come on, man. Let's go stay up here. Paula Clark said if he running around and I told him to sit his little ass down and he didn't and he disobeyed, come on back up there. All right. And he broke my vase, I'm gonna whoop his ass. All right, that's Paula.
Yeah, because sometimes you sick and tired of talking to them back to back to back. But
Yeah, for me, even when I was teaching school, my demeanor was always, I'm not here to play with you.
yeah, yeah,
In this setting, I'm here to help you get an education. I told them, man, I got mine. So you can sit there and clown if you want to. Now, I did have one time, and his mom said, look, Mr. Sherman, if he get to, acting stupid, run out of school, all that kind of stuff, snatch him up.
Hmm.
But even at that,
right.
I had to be extremely
Yeah.
careful. And he did that one morning, just in the cafeteria, just walking
Acting like a
across the
fool.
tables and doing everything. And so I said, all right. He ran through, and I grabbed him up and put him up on the wall. And everybody in the cafeteria looking. And he was like, ooh.
Right.
I almost called his name. I'm not even going to
Right,
call
right,
his
right.
name. He grown anyway, right now. But anyway, that embarrassed him.
Mhm.
And from then on, he didn't run around
didn't no
anymore.
more,
Right. And sometimes that's what you got to
Yeah.
do. You got to do little subtle things to get these kids. Nowadays, though, I don't know.
I hope so. I
Uh,
carried a pack of wood spoons
Sure
every
did.
length.
did you?
Yes.
Yeah, she did. She had
If
wooden
I'm driving,
spoons.
I had one that was long enough that I could keep driving and reach back, pop, 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 and keep on going. Everywhere
She
I
sure did.
went,
I'm like,
everybody
where you going with
used
these
to.
wooden spoons.
It didn't make no jingle like no belt buckle. Nobody knew where it came from. All they seen was my kid was crying. Pop, pop, real quick. Had from the shortest to the longest.
Yeah.
that
I
was
kept
my
her
pack.
kids, and her kids were really good. They were small kids.
They knew better.
I did not have not one problem. They ain't moved. I put something on the TV. They ain't moved till their mama got there to pick them up.
But they knew better.
But
Right.
I just didn't have a problem with her kids. But there wasn't disrespectful kids. They didn't talk back. They wasn't rude. But these children now. But just say for instance, I got kids. You bring your child over, and I'm dating whoever, and you don't want me saying nothing to your child. But a lot of parents is putting this in this kid's head before they get over there. If that edge and I say anything to you, you better let me know. Da da da.
Right.
What do you think the kid's gonna do?
Well, then why drop them off?
That's what I'm saying. And then you don't want nobody doing nothing to your child. Take your kid back home. They gotta go.
Now
They gotta go.
now this one here gets a little touchy because there are some people that are married and they got blended families,
Right.
Mhm.
and
Right.
they don't want the non-biological parent to discipline the child. And again, I'm saying that should have been something that was talked about before y'all got married. Y'all know y'all had the Brady Bunch coming into this thing, and so if I'm in that household and I can't tell, I'm on like you. I can tell my children, just sit your little butt down, or it's gonna be thunder and lightning around here.
Right.
But and they see yours, swinging from the chandelier.
Yeah.
That's how. That's
And you don't want me to say nothing?
right.
So what message am I bringing to my kids?
Exactly.
My kids be like, wait a minute, we can't get away with this. Why are you letting this child get away with this?
Right.
So no, this can't happen in a house. So if a parent is saying this or putting this in a kid's head, you just wrong as a parent. Period. You wrong. And besides, if we didn't jack them up for whatever reason, they ain't crying blood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Those little tears, whatever. They ain't crying blood. If you know that our kids are safe, your kids are safe. If you know us deep down, we're not doing nothing crazy to your kids, but you just want to be a jackass because now I got your man. That's all this is for real.
There you go. Go
Then
and bring
you
it
need to
home.
go sit there and keep your child at your house.
True.
Period. And God forbid if the boyfriend or my husband or whoever he may be to me at that time, he better come out his mouth and say nothing crazy about what I did to his child. He gonna be going on back over there with the ex. Because we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
You gonna send him
We
back
just
with
trying to
eggs.
keep everybody
Right.
safe. Everybody, we want them to grow up to be great young men and great young women. We're not out here trying to abuse somebody else's child.
True. That is true.
We're not. But sometimes you hear people say, she treat my kid different than you treat her kids.
Right.
You know, you hear that as well, but that's something that when you got to come and you got to talk.
Yeah, when
If that's happening, that's happening. But sometimes these kids will play a parent against a parent
Yeah.
for whatever reason. So you got to be careful what you believe that a kid say to you. First of all,
Oh yeah, definitely. So
they are children, by the way. They are not adults.
They will do that. And, again, sending the message, my bonus son and, of course, my son, this is when he came to stay with me a brief period because he wasn't doing well in school, just doing whatever. And so he didn't do his homework uh, and something else he did at school, just talking. And so I told him, come go with me. And he knew what was about to happen. He started crying before
He knew.
and this is my first time really, I think, uh, you know, giving him a spanking or whooping or whatever. So we got downstairs, and my bonus son was upstairs with Cherry and my father-in-law and mother-in-law, and they heard a whack, and he screamed, "Whack!" And all of a sudden he broke loose and ran upstairs and told them, "My dad's trying to kill me." I said, "If you don't get your butt back down here, you got 5 more. Come on, let's get it." And then my bonus son told Cherry, "I don't never want none of that."
Sometimes that's all it takes.
Yeah. And I
Sometimes
never
that's
had
all
to,
it takes.
and the one now, he's 20. He'll be 27 this year. Never had to whoop him again. So, but they laugh about that to this day. Said he came up them stairs talking about my dad to kill me. I'm like, dude, I only gave you two strikes so far. Oh
Lord
man.
have mercy. Paul said, if I feed, clothe, and root their asses, wait a minute, she gonna discipline their ass. Pretty much is what she said.
Yeah. Now my mom was 4'11", and it was me and my brother. That one was I never, I hate.
It was all. I'm sorry.
I know she over there cracking.
Yeah. Anyway.
I cannot
cracking me
stand Hot Wheel tracks to this day.
Oh God.
Why?
Because my mama took our Hot Wheel track and whooped the crap out of us with that Hot Wheel track.
And them things are hard.
Yeah,
Plastic.
hard plastic, boy. So again, we lived
Oh Lord,
through
that's
that.
right.
Anybody ever had to go and get your own switch?
Yep.
I've only got one beating in my life, so
I had to go get
No.
my own switch.
that's all.
But it wasn't just
That's
a
all, sir.
switch. They make you go get 3 or 4 of them and
Yeah.
braid them together.
Yep.
And that's why I did never like that sound. It's like, oh Lord. Flashback.
I've got
Yeah.
one beating in my life. That's all it took. I didn't want
That's
another
all
one.
it took. Okay.
I did not want another one. I had a mom that gave you that look. My dad didn't beat any of us. It just wasn't his thing. But my mama, that's my sisters got beat.
She was law and order. I can't believe you only got one.
One in my entire life.
They must let you slide on some stuff.
That hurt. That one hurt.
Oh,
I just didn't want to ever feel that again. And I didn't even really do anything wrong.
in your opinion, in your mind.
I just went and got a book of matches for my sister and my cousin because they was gonna smoke in the woods. I just got the book. They just sent me in the house to get a book of matches.
She didn't do that wrong.
It did not merit a beating. It merits.
You were complicit in what they
Hold
were
on.
doing.
It merits.
Yeah.
Don't do that again, Angie. That's what that merit. It did not merit no beating.
That wouldn't have resonated.
It's just a stern talking to. That's all I needed.
That would not have resonated.
No, that
You
deserved
would've
a
got them
beating
back
because
then.
they could have set the damn trees on damn fire.
Well, they was trying to smoke a cigarette.
Whole woods back then.
They were
Yeah, they
older. They
could've
were
dropped
older
the
than me.
match.
Uh-huh.
That's
They
why
were
they
older
used
than
you
me.
because you was the youngest. That's why they
I didn't think anything of
They
it. I
got
just went in the house and tried to get a book of matches.
they got you.
I didn't think anything of
How'd
it.
you get caught?
They got you.
My mama called me coming to the house with the matches.
They got you.
Yeah, I got caught coming to the house with the matches.
But did they get a beat?
Yeah, they got their tail toe up. Now I don't know about Anthony because he lived next door. But Donna got her tail toe up. My sister did.
My dad was a stickler. If we all together, one do something wrong, he got beat all of us.
Everybody.
So I'm the oldest. When they did something wrong, I went back home told. I was like, I'm not getting another beat for you. I sure did. I tell them in a heartbeat, do something if you want to, because I'm gonna tell you when we get home.
And see, they try to use me as the escape route. So because I was the smallest, you know, growing up, one of my nicknames was String Bean. So I was so tiny, I didn't get the beating. So they would say, Angie, say you did it. Because they know they're not going to do anything. My dad won't going to do anything to me. So it got to the point where I said, I'm not taking this rap.
Right.
Because I don't know if mom is going to decide,
I'm
going to turn your tail up one more time. Right. No. I said, I'm not doing that. They said, they're not going to do anything to you. I said, yes, they are.
Yeah.
I'm not helping.
I sure was. I was throwing them up under the bus, singing like a canary.
It seemed like I was always in trouble. So getting whooping, you know. Like the time I stuck that magnet to my brother's head after I took it off the stove.
You should have got your tail all the way toe up.
I just, you know, we had the, you know how you had some places they had the heat on the wall.
Yeah.
And so I put it's a round magnet. Don't forget that big, thick round magnet. Took the mag, stuck it to the heater. Now, tell you how evil I was. I got to call it what it is. I knew the magnet was hot. Because I would have got what they call
them?
A pothole.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had it in the pothole. I stuck it to his forehead.
You wrong. You just wrong all around. Yeah, you should have got your tail toe all the way up.
Well, that's probably one of the worst whoopers.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, you should have.
Yep. So, but
well, I don't know how anyone feel about this topic tonight, or whether you think we right or wrong. But I don't even know if you got any comments. You got any comments?
Let's see.
I can't see, so.
I know.
So far, no. I guess everybody must be in agreement with those. You know, I put this out here also. The one about spreader rods for the child.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I guess we seeing the fallout of a lot of rods being spared. Because I was watching again, man, if you want to see some crazy stuff, go to IG. A whole 30 students just throwing chairs at each other, slamming each other on chairs. They call it a takeover. I'm like, y'all keep on taking something over, all right? And it's just, it makes no sense. I know we were bad in our way, but we weren't doing some of the craziness. You may have had one or two in a school that would do some, you know, some crazy stuff. But we talking about a whole cafeteria just fighting everywhere. Just fighting. And all of them got on black hoodies, black pants, so you don't know who doing what.
See, just because of that, I pray constantly for my grandchildren that they just are protected, because these other kids out here, what's going on in the classrooms, that they don't get caught up in no mess.
Yeah. We really have to pray for our children, nieces, nephews. It's gotten so bad now where they fight at graduation. Like, what do you do that at? This is supposed to be a time that you know, you going on to the next level. Next thing you know, you got all this shouting, running around, and everybody again fighting for what?
They had an all-out brawl at my job.
Get out of here!
These kids in their 20s and stuff. The assistant managers, the managers, everybody got fired. They fired about 30-some people.
Something wrong with our society.
And then when they had an open house, an interview for the job, a fight broke out there. I said, "Oh my God, what is going
People
on?"
coming to interview for a job and they fight. Again,
I don't know. Anyway,
I'm gonna close out on this one because I thought this one was the strangest one. I don't know if this girl was in the shower and came outside, or she got every stitch of clothes pulled off her. But the girl was butterball naked, and she was throwing them hands though. I mean, she didn't have nothing on but a bonnet.
Oh my God.
I mean, she was wail, her and the girl just wailing on each other. Everybody like said, was she in the shower, or did
Did
she
she want
get?
to fight her that bad?
I guess, or did she get caught with that girl's man or something, and
Don't
didn't
even
have any
matter.
clothes on or what? But they out in the middle of the housing development. We ain't talking about in the house
Just
fight.
say it, the projects.
You-
In the jets.
Yeah, I was like going at it, and everybody standing around this taping. And said, get a girl, throw a girl, hit a girl. Ooh, watch your titties.
I can't even say she's slinging everything else on her body too.
Oh
Wow.
man, so again, I would say in closing thought on that, if you're into a relationship, about to get married or whatever, y'all better have these conversations.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
Talk about it.
Yep.
I understand what y'all saying. Had a conversation. Having a conversation is fine. Whether you decide to have the conversation or not, understand. I'm going to lay hands if your child disrespect me. Period. Conversation or no conversation. Let's say if we have a conversation.
Uh-huh.
What are we going to talk about? Let's talk about this for just a second. What are we going to talk about? What are we going to agree on?
Well,
One or two things. You can do what you have to do if my child get out of line,
okay.
or don't touch my child.
But all right, good. That's a good point. Now, you might say do what needs to be done, but your
Mhm.
child's daddy might not agree with that.
The one that I'm seeing?
No, well, no,
Who?
The
The
biological.
biological.
You had a child with somebody
Okay.
else and you dating this other dude. The
Yeah.
biological father may not feel the same way that you telling the new guy.
So
do
why
what
your
you
child at
wanna
my house
do.
then?
That's
No,
your
that's
child.
your
Wait a minute,
child.
my child.
Mhm.
And you
With your
telling
new
your
man.
yeah, you telling I gotta use his name. You telling chocolate drop to whoop your child, but your child's father might have an issue with chocolate drop, laying hands on his child.
Mhm.
What's the issue? What's the issue?
This is the biological father said the hell to the
The
no to
baby
the no
daddy
no
don't want
no.
nobody touching his child.
Come get your child then.
He over there with you.
Well, okay, then come get him. Because what's the problem?
The problem is
Okay.
no ML better not put his hands on my child.
I don't want to hear none of that from no parents.
Okay, so
No parent. If it was my child over at your house, if you know that my child was out of pocket, out of pocket, then you better handle it. Because my thing is, you can't come back over here out of pocket. He can't go to the next house out of pocket. How is the child supposed to learn?
look.
Sometimes you're gonna need a stern talking. Sometimes you need to sit them down. Sometimes you need to jack them up. Figure out which one it is that you need to do at the time he done whatever he had to do, whatever he was doing at the time.
Again, my point is,
I don't know what the point is.
the point is, as your ex, you didn't talk to me about homeboy and his boundaries of disciplining our child. We need to have a conversation.
Nah, no, we don't.
Oh well, then I tell you
I'm trying
what.
to tell you no.
While you standing in line, and my son that took a spanking, and homeboy that has administered that, both of y'all about to get a spanking.
Better come correct. Better come correct.
All
That's
right,
all
then.
I'm saying. You want to know why these children out here wilding out? Mm-mm.
You better call me and say, hey, come get Junior because he over here wilding out.
Well, as long as he ain't up in anybody like this, he may be okay. But once he get like this, he gonna get jacked in the corner.
Well, that's your son. You
And my son, your son, her son, I don't care who child it is. Bring the hellion over to my house and they do anything like this. They done. This Ed not gonna say, oh, back up, Johnny, back up, hell. We ain't having no conversations because that deserve a whole jack up.
Yeah.
Because you trying to have a whole conversation and he know he wrong. No, I'm gonna scare the shit out your ass because I'm gonna jack you just like that quick. You're not even gonna know what's coming. So no, I'm not going to have no comment, and I'm not going to sit and debate with a child or argue with a child.
Right. Now
I'm not
you're
doing none of
right.
that. No, that's why I have no children.
Well, that's all right.
Maybe that's why I have none.
See. But it was a mother. These people, little 16-year-old kept bullying her son, and the
Okay.
girls got all up in the mother's face.
Okay.
And so the mother said, "Okay, hey, you in grown folk territory now. You better back up." She told him one time. The girl got all, and next thing I know, they were, you know. Anyway, I just said we need to pray for our children. We really do. All right, everybody. That was good. That was a nice little.
I want to. We ended that, but I need to
Yeah.
go somewhere for a second.
Okay.
I had a 2-minute conversation today, and I couldn't talk because I got a phone call at the time I got the call. So here we go. Somebody answered this dumbass question. I told girl, you better not do nothing.
Okay.
Should have never called me, first of all. You didn't want to hear what I had to say. So she's dating someone who's married. That person is about to go through a divorce.
Uh-huh.
That person is now also on this chick's social media page. Okay? Looking at the boyfriend, so-called boyfriend that's going through the divorce or about to go through a divorce. And says you need to change your status from single to either in a relationship, or what's the other word they put out there? In a relationship or involved.
Okay.
I think those are the one of the two
Or
things
it's
that social media.
complicated.
So I'm like, you better not change that. The hell you changing your status for? This dude don't belong to you.
Okay.
I don't care what y'all doing at the moment right now. If he's still married, what the hell you going on your social media page changing your status for?
Also, he wanted her
to change her
from
status.
single
There you
to
go.
involved
Or in a relationship.
okay. But yet he's still in a relationship.
Well, yeah, he's going through,
Right.
but you ain't out of it. You're not out. How y'all feel about that?
Ooh. What's up, Big Will?
This ain't nothing but a 2-minute
Appreciate it.
conversation for real. This
Uh,
ain't even nothing to talk about. This is cut clean dry. To me.
Some men
Oh,
feel
right, here we go.
some
Oh,
men
Lord, Cruz.
some men feel if you all are talking and they're in a relationship with you,
Mhm.
you can't be advertising that you single.
But how you in a relationship with me?
But
You
you're not
still got a
single.
whole wife. Exactly.
You're not single.
Well, again, I don't want people hitting your page up thinking you single when you're not single.
Yes, I am.
Technically, that person really is single.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I am.
Technically.
Theoretically, but in the mind of a man, that a lot of
But
guys.
is it even fair for that man to even ask that woman to change your status? So I said, you call him and tell him this. When he changed his status, you going to change your status. What about that?
If I'm being realistic, you're right. He don't have a leg to stand on.
Not a leg,
Mhm.
nowhere.
I just want
A toe,
yeah,
nothing.
yeah,
A
Yeah.
dog in the fight, nothing.
yeah. That shouldn't even been a conversation that came out of his
Should-
mouth on now. And
Never.
like, and I think we do that. I don't know. It's control. We try to control the situation. We try to be possessive on a lot of things, and so that's the only reason I can think of that a man would tell any woman that she got to do that, this, or the third. Because, like I said, what's on his status? Is it married? Is it divorced? Is it single? I mean, what if he got
It's
single on his?
confused.
It's complicated.
It's confused.
That's the one that they use a lot. It's complicated.
Oh, really? That's out there?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Yep, it's complicated.
Mine's been single for years. Even when I dated someone for 3 years, I never even thought to go change it. It just never crossed my mind. And he didn't say anything about it either. So it's like, I'm not dating the guy now, but he didn't say a word that I had single out there.
And, and some guys that's reasonable may not. But I would say, remember I always talk about that 95.5%?
Right. Yeah.
Well, 95% of
Yeah.
the guys probably will have an issue with a woman having single on her status when she's involved.
But you involved, but you not involved. You are involved because you put yourself there
Right.
in that particular situation. But I don't think dude has a right to ask that question. I don't think he has no right whatsoever.
Well, he's thinking if I pay the bill, if I give you money, or I am giving you
No.
money.
But you still married.
No. Your
So
status
You
is your
still-
status.
right? But
Yeah.
he's still married.
Yeah.
He has a wife. So my thing is, what is your definition of being involved? To me, being involved is that we can go anywhere, we can go out. I don't have to meet you and have no little secret rendezvous. This that. That's not involved to me. To me, that's like I'll see you when I see you.
Me and Mrs. Jones.
Pretty much. Yeah, we got a thing going on.
Right.
And I'll see you when I see you, and that's it.
Right.
To me, being involved is having that very good quality time. I can see you as often as I want to. I don't have to make a schedule to go because, like I said, the guy is married. So how much, of a relationship do I have with you?
Now, let me ask you a question, ladies. All right, the guy is married, but suppose that the guy is not in the house. He's got his own place and everything, but he's still married.
Don't give a rat's ass.
It doesn't
She
matter.
still know where
Don't
he
give a
live
rat's
at.
ass.
I'm not going nowhere near your place. You not coming nowhere near mine because being a female, women, we know how to find out stuff.
Okay.
We've been telling men for years, but they don't want to listen to the playbook that we've been handing to them. They just don't want to listen to it. They don't want to read it either. Don't act like you know
That's
a
not gonna
woman.
matter either to me. You still have no right to ask me to change any status. When you change your status on social media, I'll change my status. I can't even post you on social media.
Exactly.
So my thing is, if I'm doing that and I can't even post you, and then you have the audacity to ask me that question,
Right.
I told girlfriend, change that status if you want to. You dumb as a brick.
Exactly.
Do not change the status.
Don't change it.
Do not change the status.
All right, ladies, y'all heard it. Those that are watching and those that are
Who don't agree with me? Please,
uh,
please jot down something. Give me some explanation why you even think that person should. I don't think nobody's gonna say. I really don't. I just don't think anybody's gonna say they should.
you're gonna find out how many people in your inbox. Oh no.
No.
Now, you brought up another conversation earlier that you and one of your coworkers.
Man, we was in a debate today.
All right.
It was three of us.
Fill us in.
3 of us in a debate today. Should you, as married couple, have a separate bank account? So do you have joint? I have mine. You have yours.
Mm-hmm.
I said yes.
Me
I
too.
want my own bank account.
Me too.
I'm not in the joint getting anything out.
Mhm.
Bills are paid, roof over head, lights, water.
Is for.
But one co-worker said, nope, got one account. One co-worker said, I got about 9 accounts.
I think you should have the 3. He had his, I have mine,
Yeah.
and we had a joint.
Yeah.
For the simple fact, nobody's dipping in that joint account where all the bills and everything get paid from. If you want to do something specifically that you want to do without me, you got your own account to get your funds out of, and vice versa. So do I.
So y'all putting equal amounts into the joint account?
Yes,
In the joint account.
absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
And even if my husband is making more money than me and he decided to put more money in the joint account than me, and he said, no, I want you to keep this amount over here for yourself, then I'm doing that too.
Okay.
If that's what we talked about.
Right,
But I'm not in the joint account going to buy my shoes and my
Mhm.
jeans,
right,
whatever
exactly.
it is that I want. I'm not in the joint account getting that.
Mhm.
Right.
But these ladies I talked to today, like one been married forever and they have never had a problem with one account. So I told this young lady that, okay, fine. It's working for you in your house.
Mhm.
That is not going to work for me in my house.
Right.
It's just not.
N-
Not
neither
one
for
account.
me.
Because now I'm gonna feel like I have to come to
ask
my
you.
husband.
Mhm.
So you know something, I'm gonna take $300. I'm gonna go shopping. $500. I'm gonna take
Mhm.
$600-700. I'm going wherever. Why? I don't have to ask you for
That I don't work
no,
every day just like you.
no. It's something different if I had no job.
Mhm.
But if I'm working too, no, we're not doing one account because I don't want to feel like I have to come to you and tell you what I'm doing with our money together.
Well, Big Will said, drum roll, please. Separate accounts, his and hers, and joint for the bill.
There you go.
Mhm.
And I think most men, most men, will probably feel that way unless the man is trying to, for whatever reason, don't trust his wife to be, responsible or whatever. And again, uh, that's a conversation I need to have. You know, how come I can't trust you? With the money or whatever. But in my household, there's, there's the joint account,
Yeah.
there's my account, and there's her account. And she will contribute whatever we set as the for her to contribute, and the rest of that's her money.
Right.
You know,
Mhm.
and I make sure that things are paid. Now, if I mess around and don't pay something, then that's going to be a problem I have to deal with.
Right.
I shouldn't ask you unless it's some unforeseen circumstance that where we ran a little short of the joint account because you know we had unexpected.
Emergency or something.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I said, hey, since you want to put this amount in or whatever, we need to put a little bit more here. But yeah, I'm in that separate account
Oh,
category.
absolutely.
You know.
We had a whole debate today. I said, "Oh, wow."
All right, Big Will, you in the house on that. Now the one we were talking about before, Big Will say you have to be careful going from one relationship to another relationship right away. I guess so. He's saying, when we talk about changing the status and everything,
Mm-hmm.
you just can't be. And some people do. You look on their social media, they're in a relationship today, and then before the weekend is out,
Right.
the status has changed. They single. You know.
Right.
Now a lot of people stop putting their status or anything
Mhm.
about their relationships out there
Mhm.
because one, it seems like when you put it out there, something happens.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen plenty of people like they were all hugged up and lovey dovey. They went
Yep.
to the fair and got them the big bear and everything. And next week you look around, you don't see not a picture of him, or her. And then sometimes that's because they creeping. Oh,
Well,
well.
I'm friends with somebody on social media, and it was just pictures and videos, and they were just everywhere. Gowns, tucks, they were just everywhere. I woke up one morning, and because he would always hit my time, like because
Right.
I follow this guy. Every picture of Chicky Do is gone
Gone.
off the page. Everything, every video. For the last couple of years, they did so much stuff, and it just seemed like, and he made it seem like it was such a wonderful love story.
Right.
Like they were just having the best time wherever they were going. Everything on Dude's page,
That must be
everything. So
one hell of a breakup. You go back 2 or 3 years.
it was like a couple of
Yeah.
years. Like a couple of years.
And see, that's the whole thing sometimes with social media is that whatever you put out there, somewhere it may be
Stuck
because
in that cloud.
yeah, people be sharing, like oh, so and so, let's, they went to Acapulco and they shared
Mhm.
and that thing, so. But that's the beauty about Facebook. A lot of times, if you hit that off your page and somebody else has shared it, you'll go and see that little message. This picture is not available because the owner has taken it down.
Snatched it down.
Yo,
And snatched it down.
it will say somebody got caught slipping. Yo, indeed. So yeah, uh, separate accounts.
Separate accounts.
Separate
That's what I
accounts.
say. But if whatever working in your house,
Hey, yep, more power to you.
more power to you. That's not gonna work in my house. Not one account is not gonna work in the house.
Again, are these things that going into a relationship you should talk about?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Finances. Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
financial. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Suppose this person wants to be private because they haven't handled their finances that well. They can like, I don't want to talk about it. You know, why we got to talk about that right now?
But then
If we're trying to be together,
Yeah, we not moving
and
in
if sooner or
together.
later we're gonna move in or get married, oh, that's a deal breaker.
Okay.
That's a whole deal breaker
That's
if
a
you don't
deal
want to
breaker.
just not talk about it.
Okay.
I don't know what you getting me into. I don't know what I'm walking into. No,
Yep.
no. I can do bad all by myself.
True that.
I don't need no help. I do it, babe.
True that.
So,
Yeah, and they talk about not just joint accounts, uh, checking accounts, bank accounts too. You have to be careful who you add on as a joint on your credit cards or co-signing for somebody that you just started dating them 6 months ago.
Co-signing for nobody.
right.
Never done.
Wait
You
a
don't want to
minute.
pay your bill. They ain't coming after me. I didn't accumulate that. No.
Wait a minute, I got to have a car so I can go to work. Come on.
Mutt and Jeff, you better use the 2 feet or get 2 wheels. A bicycle or do. Even a moped. Go.
Y'all so hard.
No. I work hard to get what I have. I am not co-signing for no grown man to get a car. You know.
But I'm gonna give you,
The buses are free.
but I'm putting my money into the joint checking account so you'll have your money back. Not even there. Huh?
Mm-mm. The joint account is for bills. It's not for you to get a car.
Well,
You got your own account to get a car.
I'll sign a promissory note.
No, thank you.
Unless they talk and then there's a savings somewhere, and then you're like, babe, go ahead and let's go get a car. That's something totally different. You're just not going in there snatching money out the account to go get something.
No, but I'm asking you though, no be.
No,
Or
Yes.
is a sign a co-sign for this car?
as my now if you were my husband, yeah.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
I
you're my husband.
We just met 6 months ago.
No. If you're my husband, listen to what I said. I ain't said boyfriend. Husband.
Well, I'm telling you, we
We're gonna do what we gotta do to make sure our house is always good. So,
That's
yeah.
right. I'm trying to get out here and make sure I can go this job so the house will be good. But I need you to hold me.
Not dating, that's probably not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen.
Not dating. Unless we on our way and we talked about this, and if we must be really on our way down that aisle. Ring and all.
It's still a no for me.
See,
We may be a couple of months out from this
But
walking down this
what about
aisle.
if
Other than that, it's
y'all
probably
about
gonna be
to
a
get
whole no.
married, you get everything, and his car break down. He asks you, he said, right now, I've been paying all the money on the wedding. I don't have any money. And you got a little money. You still got some change. How about, help me out with the car?
I can take you to work.
Yeah.
And you can find a
This
ride.
man said, Shake can't do work. I'm done.
If we're in a good place, if we're really in a good place, then I probably would do that if I could. If we were in a good place. And I know that, this is gonna happen. This is probably the man I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with. Yeah.
Fellas, y'all heard her. You'll be out there riding the tricycle
When the bus is free.
Exactly.
for another year. How you gonna make that man ride the bus? You gotta get
I
up.
know, right?
You get up 4 o'clock in the morning and do 3 transfers to get to work.
You going to work though.
See,
You got Uber, you got Lyft.
that's taking money. Now that's taking money out of the household.
Exactly.
Now,
Exactly.
now what?
Bicycle.
It's raining. It's thunder and lightning.
Put a poncho on.
It's ice out there like it was
Winter
in
coat.
January. Sliding around.
That's a no for me.
Oh,
It's a no.
Lisa, cold jam.
Yep, Lisa.
I cannot with you.
It's a no for me.
Yeah, I
That's
would
just
go.
my preference. It's a no.
That's a no.
Mm-hmm. And whoever out there, they can hate me for it, but I really don't care. It's a no. Then my thing is, if you're out there and you're listening, if you ever step to me, you don't have no car, keep on walking.
I guess y'all heard of that.
That's what CC Penderson said. Keep on walking. I ain't talking to you anymore. Keep on. Just go.
Oh man, I tell you, I'm done. I'm done for the night, y'all. This girl said, "Get a poncho."
Oh, Lord,
Oh,
have
if it's
mercy.
raining, cold if it's cold.
They even got them little beanie hats that got the umbrella on top
No.
of it, so you can keep
Not
your
that
head from
sick.
getting wet. So hey, it's something out there.
Oh,
I can
ladies,
see her saying all of this if this was a new relationship, but not if you know that you paying on the wedding, you're about to go down the aisle. No, you need to go ahead and help.
this happened since she ain't getting no money up.
You see the way I looked at her.
Yeah. You don't carry out the day before the wedding.
No, we're not doing that. You
Oh,
always want to make sure your house is good. Either way, you want to make sure your house is good. Both people are good in the house.
True.
Yeah.
Like I said, do not come to me without no mode of transportation. Do not do it.
But he may have came to you with a car. The car broke down. Now what?
Then that piece of crap was already falling apart from the
But
beginning.
still,
If it's
This
gonna
is,
just
this is the
break
guy you
down.
wanted to marry. This is the guy you trying to be with. So at that point, you have to help him. You have to.
Mm-mm. No, I don't.
If he's not able to. But the question lies: why are you not able to?
I don't even want to ask that question.
Big Will said the wedding is off.
Absolutely. You are absolutely
Yeah,
correct.
He said he ain't married you.
Hey, we're on the same
So the
page.
question really is: why are you not really able to afford to get your car fixed?
Absolutely.
But
No,
you
but-
said he was really paying on the
I've
wedding
been paying
things
for
was happening.
this. You got this $12,000 gallon. I tell you what, take that $12,000 gallon back. How about that one?
But see, my thing
Right.
is, even when I got married before, we both paid for the wedding. I did not put everything on him. It's like that's just me. It's a 50-50. So he can't come to me saying I done put this on. No, we both paying for the wedding.
Fellas,
I can't
while
say
we
that.
down in that aisle right there, make sure, remember back in the old days where the father paid for the wedding? Make sure you find a woman that's got a father so you can
I
pay for
know
the
that's
wedding.
right. I know that's.
I
How
didn't
old,
even ask my daddy.
how old were you when you got married?
Who?
You.
24.
Okay, I was 36, so I feel like I wasn't going to my parents.
Oh,
I didn't go to my mom
So,
them either.
yeah.
So your dad didn't pay for your wedding?
No, we did together. We did somewhat together. I think I did a little bit more than he, but we did like a whole year. So it took us a year to
Mhm.
save.
Gotcha.
So with time of marriage, we owed nobody anything. So
Yeah.
we didn't go 6 months out trying to get married. No, we had no money.
Mhm.
How do you feel? And let's close out on this one, but how do you feel about those people that have these elaborate weddings and then a couple months later they struggling, can't pay their bills,
Yes.
calling around everybody know they were at the wedding, they had all this expensive food and they fed everybody, and then like I said, 3 to 6 months later, they call around to the relatives talking about, hey, my lights turned off.
Yeah, they're gonna be off.
They the ones that them caviar dream champagne
Yeah,
dishes
they're
on the
just gonna
beer
be off
budget.
because that makes no sense. You gotta live after this.
You
wedding.
can have something
So, yeah.
extravagant, but you can do it about on a budget. It all depends on how you plan it. You don't. That's stupid. Cause all that money they spent on it, they living in an apartment. You could take that money, put down payment on a home.
That's my thought is the fact that all the $50,000 that you spent on a wedding, that could have been a jump start to a lot of different things.
Yeah, that man's car.
Hey, you right about that?
That's car.
And he didn't have to ask you about it.
No.
Oh man,
That's car. Right there. Bam.
that's your friend. Oh Lord Jesus.
And you don't have to ask me to help him get him one. There you go.
Oh, Big Will said we're going to the chapel. I can hear that song in the head. Going to the chapel, and we're going to get married. Yep, that's what it sounds like. Hey, we ain't gotta go to the chapel. We can, if it's a sunny day and we look at the forecast and it ain't too hot, we're going to the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it's a lot of like I said. I know that a lot of women, especially, like they have these um, fairy tale weddings, but if you ain't got fairy tale money, you better you better.
I mean, unless you've already saved for that, no, you just can't. Like in the process of putting a wedding together, decide I want this, I want this, I want this, and then you went to take a loan out. And you did this.
Yeah,
That makes no sense.
right.
That's just a bad whole budgeting for a wedding. You know, we planned it a whole year before. We knew the date the year before, and we just started saving at that point. So we didn't owe anybody a month or so before the wedding. We didn't owe anybody, and everything was paid for and taken care of. We had a lot of really good people that gifted us a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Like we didn't pay for our cake. We didn't pay for our decorations. We got some big gifts.
That was
Big
mighty
gifts.
nice of them.
You know, someone closed their restaurant down for us to have our reception. We didn't pay for the restaurant. You know, all the food that they did was only $1,000. That's all we paid. When I tell you, we had some really folks that gifted us some stuff.
That reminds me of watching Spread Sample when Lamont was going to marry the post office worker's daughter. And she stood up there and talking about they weren't going to get married. And all Fred's family met back at the house and talking about, well, I guess since y'all ain't going to get married, y'all ain't going to need this toaster. And start taking stuff back.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that would be so bad. They got gifted a lot of stuff, then y'all don't get married, they come back and get it.
Right.
All right, everybody. Well, this one ain't giving up a car. This one right.
No, I am not.
So on that note, don't be in her inbox. If you ain't got a car and you ain't got no money. And she ain't going down to the chapel either. So all right.
I don't want him in my inbox if he got no car.
Wait a minute, when you jump
Wait
on that
a minute.
wagon.
Let me tell you this one.
I'm just talking about from the get-go.
Yes.
I'm not talking about if you had a car and it broke down. I got you if I'm headed to the wedding. But if you can't meet me with no car.
Thank you. Because that means I gotta come pick your ass up. I gotta take you home. No. This guy tried to talk to me. I was driving down the street to go pick up my daughter from her orientation. He's standing on Broad Street waiting for the bus. I saw him. I said, "Light, please change, please change, please change." I did not want to suffer.
Wait a minute. You saw your man on
He wasn't my man. He was trying to be
your
my man.
potential
It
boo.
wasn't no potential nothing. It wasn't no potential
Lisa,
nothing.
you saw that man on the
Cruz, I flooded the car. I ran that damn red wire and went around the corner. I said, "Oh, he
This
didn't
was
see
somebody
me."
that was liking her.
I mean, damn, I couldn't even get to the other corner. He called me.
Child, this chick called
He
me, boy.
called
I
my
was
phone.
weak.
He called my phone talking about, "Was that you that just passed me on Broad Street?" I'm like, I said, "Yeah, I went to go get my daughter." He said, "I could have run with you." No, you couldn't. How you gonna get home? I called agent. I
This
said,
Oh my
girl
God.
I said, "This mofo saw me and he called me and come about. He could have went with me to get her." I said, "How's he gonna
Look.
go home?"
I can see him doing this now.
I whipped that corner so fast.
Oh, God.
I ran
man.
there. I said, "The police come after me." Tell them I had to beat something. I looked up and I saw him. I said, "Please, Jesus, please, no. Don't let the lights turn red." That light started turning red. I said,
you got to run it.
I ran
The light. So you won't have to get a man a ride.
So he wouldn't have knocked on my window. I'd have sat right there
Oh
and like
my
I ain't know who he was if he'd have
Oh.
knocked on my window.
Oh,
I was like,
Lord.
yeah, he was liking me, but no, it wasn't him. And she was cracking up laughing. I was like, oh no. I was like, how you gonna take me on a date and I gotta come pick you up?
Well, Lisa, I say I had to agree with you on that because this chick I had taken her one time and she was standing at the bus stop. And I know she saw me because I had this distinct license plate.
Mm-hmm.
And all I could hear was, "Hey!"
Just keep on going.
Yep.
So you left her sitting at the bus stop.
That's what she was when I saw her.
Oh my
I
God.
was like, man, I was that because that was a bad date too. I was like,
Oh no.
Because I had Angie dad laughing because I think he was like an orderly or something at the hospital. Then my daughter got sick and she was at the damn hospital. He worked there. I was like, oh my
see?
God. I said, please don't let me run into him. I was like, I can't.
He probably wouldn't even got a wheel for chair for your daughter. He'd be like, okay, remember when I was at the bus stop?
And the thing about it is, he appears to be a nice guy.
Yes.
But it's just that he ain't got his
Nothing.
stuff together.
Mm-mm.
He ain't got his stuff
For as
together.
old as you are, see, that's the part right
Okay.
there.
Yeah.
You this certain age, I'm not understanding how come you don't have a vehicle.
Maybe he got no license.
He don't have a license. It was a whole lot of stuff in the scenario that was wrong with that. So that's why he was never gonna be a potential. He was
okay.
never gonna be an inkling of nothing. Just to say hey and bye. That was
He
about
could've
it.
blew it, the man. Beep beep.
No, I could not have.
But you know, sometimes you often wonder. I mean, I don't, but I know some people may say that may be watching. How do you know you could have helped this guy along the way to help him get to be
The
that
next
man
level,
to the next level? So do you do that, or do you do what she did? You know, it rolls on
I'm
by.
sticking with Lisa on mine because
Yeah.
I just kept going. I'm like,
What's the saying? God bless the child that's got his own. So go get your own,
Yeah.
baby, and you're gonna be blessed even more. I couldn't do it. All I kept thinking about, you can't pick me up.
Yeah.
I gotta come pick you up. And if I gotta pick you up, do you have money to pay for the dinner? Come on now. And it's a whole lot of factors that was going through my head. I said, no.
Well, now
He was working.
see,
Yeah.
I've been on that side where
But on what's that, sir?
where I didn't have a car and she
Okay.
came and picked me up
Okay.
several times. You know,
Okay.
you know.
Did you pay for them?
Let me see. Let me think back.
I'm sorry, y'all.
let me think back.
Wait a minute. You let
I'm sorry.
you let the chick pay for them?
I think she offered.
But you could have been a man and said no.
You let this chick pay for dinner. Whether
Yes,
she
because
offered
she
or not.
offered. He did because she offered. That's what he did. She offered. You should have said no. See?
Oh,
And that's why-
on that one.
I ran that red light and went on around the corner.
But see, I was a low spot in my life at that
Okay.
time.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
people want to use it back
But
then.
see, that's what I was saying about that nice, good guy that maybe just dealt with his luck for a minute. You know, he meets somebody, and you either dismiss or this lady says, you know something, let me just see where this may go. Would you do one or the other? I'm probably not going to say, let's see where this is going to go. It's probably not going to be me, but I'm sure there are women that would probably say, let me just see where this goes.
How many times I done told you I'm tired of kissing damn frogs? Ain't none of them turned into a prince yet. So no. There's a big N-O.
Well,
So what do you do it? What do you even having her come and even get you if you know you couldn't do nothing?
what, the privilege of being with me.
Oh.
I had this school teacher. You know, she was real nice. She was a little homely.
So evidently he said he was doing her a favor.
And,
That's what I'm getting so far.
I saw these shoes. Hey, these
Oh wow!
baddest pair of Lakers shoes back in the day, and I had a game coming up that Friday. And I called. I said, "Hey,
Oh Lord!
You used
I
her for some
need you.
shoes.
I need you to take me to the game. And by the way, before you get here, stop by this joint and get these shoes from me. They were $145.
Every day.
Them shoes were right there in the car when I got in there. Hey, girl, thank you.
Let me think.
Wow!
Put them shoes on.
Wow!
Yep.
Thank God I ain't run to them type.
And you'd have been walking
Thank
to the
God.
game without them shoes because they'd be going back to the store.
Nah, she didn't want to do that.
See?
She didn't want to do
Oh
that.
yeah.
That's right.
A whole lot of confidence over there. Okay.
I got them shoes.
Oh
The other day
God.
when I had the ponytail and everything, I was slender, and all that kind of stuff.
That's why his tail was still standing at that bus stop.
Right.
You wasn't gonna have no chance to ask me about a shoe, a pair of drawers, no nothing.
Oh.
I floored it.
Anyway, it's time to cut this short.
Yes. Yes, we're done for tonight. Oh my goodness.
Fellas, I'll tell you right now.
Oh,
No, I'm not gonna stop.
Gone.
Nope. Because some of y'all get hurt taking this advice. So
don't take that advice over there for what he did.
They'll be call me, be on the show daytime. Look, man, you got me up in trouble and everything. You gotta have this is the art to this. Oh, it's been fun, y'all. Yeah, it's been fun. Lisa still ain't getting nobody no shoes, passing by folk.
Yeah.
AK says she gonna whoop your children's ass. So
Only if.
there it is. Beware. Now let me stop. They get women. We appreciate it. And again, for those of you that missed the beginning of our show, please go back and relook at it. It is out there on YouTube. It's on our Let's Talk Tuesday page. It's on the radio page as well. We love to hear your comments. We invite you to invite others to come in and join us with some of the shenanigans. We really appreciate it. We'd like to hear from you, like to hear your comments, feedback, and one day y'all gonna call us. Big Will, we're still waiting on that phone call, man. We've been waiting on you about 2 years now. No, but thank you. We really appreciate you all. Closing thoughts.
Well, I don't have any closing thoughts. I think I said enough for tonight. But I do want to add this. Next week on Let's Talk Tuesday, we have Attorney Donald G. from out of the G Law Firm. He's the managing partner for the G Law Firm. He will be here live. So we're going to have a live studio audience. If you're not doing anything, you can get here to the venue, 1804 East Belt Boulevard at 7:15 on next Tuesday. Is a live audience. He's going to be talking to everybody for about an hour. And so if you're a business owner, we want you here. If you're thinking about opening a business or you're thinking about a business, we would like you to be here. If you work for a business and business minded, we would like you to be here. If you have some friends, bring them. We have some spaces left. We're only going to try to have about 50 people in the building. We're going to go to the small side. If we have to move to the bigger side, we will. But let us know. Drop Cruise message. Let us know that you want to show up. And this is something that you probably do not want to miss.
Absolutely.
Trust me when I tell you this. You don't want to miss this particular talk from Attorney G. And this is all business. It's not going to cost you anything. Nobody's asking you for anything. But you can profit from it. Okay?
That's right.
At some point.
Absolutely. RVA entrepreneurs, you're going to see a post coming tonight. The Richmond VA things to do. That page is up to 123,000 people. We know we got a lot of business people in there, so we're asking you definitely come out because it's going to be extremely beneficial for you.
Absolutely.
Miss Coljan? That's probably what you tell him is like, he gonna ask for I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing.
What is that? Hippie did. Ain't got nothing but love for you, baby. Okay.
Oh, I cannot again. What's up, twin checking in? Appreciate you.
Like a silent movie.
Oh, that's Big Wheel. Well, Big Wheel, so I ain't calling. I'll be in the cut.
Oh,
I'm watching.
Okie dokie.
In fact, Big Wheel. Man, all right, we're gonna talk about that one.
I don't
show.
think Big Bill don't want no part of Lisa.
No.
Lisa has already said a whole lot of stuff tonight. We ain't even gonna do that to you, Big Will.
No, Big Will, I like you. I didn't like you now. I said you when I'm No, we got some good people.
She ain't moving from her status, honey. From her status up here, she ain't moving.
Yep, and
We're not supposed to.
y'all quit messing with your statuses out there, especially if there's no real commitment to it. And let me say this, and I'm probably gonna get in trouble.
Oh.
Quit claiming other people's people, okay? Like Come on.
What you mean?
Huh? Some people be bold. Now, it's one thing if y'all got to understand y'all look something going on, but some of y'all blaring with it, knowing damn well the man that told you that he ain't going nowhere. But you all out at the bar and everything, broadcasting that that's your man. And everybody in the bar know that man going home. Anyway, that was just a
Well,
little,
all right then.
that was a side thought for somebody that I know doing that.
Oh,
And you can call me if you want to.
oh,
Hello. I
Well.
stand 10 toes down on that
stand
one.
down on that one. Okay.
Yep. For real though.
Thank
All right, we out of here. I'm gone.
We are out of here. We see you next week on Let's Talk Tuesday. Let's talk about it.
Wait a minute, somebody got one. Y'all still make a comment? All right, Big Will said, had fun in Tulsa. Oh, all right, you gonna have to tell us about that next week, Big Will, what you were doing out there in Tulsa, my boy.
Big F next.
A week after next, yeah. That's right. Week after next. I've got Don G come next week. All right, everybody have a good one. I came in slipping in too late.
Sipping too late.
All right, big twin. Yeah,
Yeah.
hey man, be here next week though. You got a business, you know, you definitely want to be here.
next
You know,
week.
for this next week. All right, we're going now. Y'all gonna cost us some more money.
Boy, you're a straight fool. We see y'all next week on Let's Talk Tuesday. Bye, y'all.
Oh.
The first thing that you need to do is to make sure you get yourself to as safe place as you can. Find yourself a competent attorney who practices in personal injury and will understand some of the things that you're going through. And as I tell people, for 33 years I've been doing this. I've had my own accident. So I would like to be one of those individuals that they would interview so I can at least try to find out how I can best help them myself.